This is Mining Scout in Australia on our tour in March 2018. We're in Perth in Australia and I'm here with Mr. Ian Prentice of Technology Metals Australia. How are you, Ian?
Very well, thanks, Dave.
Good. It's lovely to speak with you again.
Good to speak with you.
We spoke with Ian last year in about August it was, and then Ian attended the conferences in Frankfurt and Munich, and we're just going to catch up on a little bit of the advancements that Technology Metals has made since that time, and probably the greatest advancement is the conclusion of the pre-feasibility study that you're expecting shortly.
Yeah, so we're working on a pre-feasibility study on our Vanadium-Boom-Profiteur project, and we expect to have that available by June of this year, which is, I guess, very exciting for us. It's been a very aggressive timeline. We're having listed in December 2016. We'll have a pre-feasibility study available within 18 months of listing, so very exciting times.
And of course, vanadium is a very hot topic at the moment. And I've noted on the Australian Stock Exchange particularly, some of the vanadium companies, including yourself, are getting a great uplift. Can you tell us a little bit more about the vanadium market? I know that there's technology is used in the recharge battery charge industry, and also of course the steel industry. So where is your market going to largely come from?
So it's an interesting market. Historically it's been as an additive into steel, so it's a strengthening agent in steel, so 90% of the market historically has been steel. The emerging sector is the vanadium redox battery, so stationary storage battery facilities. So that's very much a growth engine over the next 2 to 5 years, we believe. But we've had significant price rise in the vanadium price over the last 6-9 months, and that's been driven by the steel industry and driven particularly out of China, where they've had a reduction in supply through the environmental restrictions and an increase in consumption by their increased use of vanadium in their rebar steel. So the Chinese have completely changed the dynamics of the market, and so we've seen a price increase of 400% over the last 12 months within the vanadium price. So that's what's driving the short-term fundamentals of the market, and I think that's why we've got a lot more interest in that sector now. But certainly we see the growth being in the vanadium redox batteries. The battery sector in particular is a really exciting sector.
Yeah. And Ian, Technology Metals has recently announced an uplift in its resources.
Yeah, we've just back in, I guess, a couple of weeks ago now, we announced an increase in our resource. Global resource is now around about 120 million tonnes at 0.8. Importantly, within that, we've got 55 million tonnes at 1.1% P2O5, and that's a very, very significant resource, both size and grade, and it puts us around about the third highest grade deposit outside of China. So it's a very, very significant position to be in.
Good position to be in. And you've recently raised some money?
We did, yeah. So following that resource upgrade, we completed a placement for $3 million Australian, which we'll be using that money to, I guess, progress through the pre-feasibility study, but more importantly to enable us to push straight into a feasibility study, the full feasibility study, and do the initial works involved with that immediately upon release of that pre-feasibility study.
Right, and what's the timing of that pre-feasibility study?
So pre-feasibility study is due in June, and we expect to be starting drilling for the next stage, for the feasibility study. We'd hope to be drilling in June as well, so we're going straight into that. We're maintaining a very aggressive timeline. We feel that there's a fantastic opportunity to get into the vanadium market, and we need to do that as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah, and for the processing of the vanadium, you've got a flotation concentrate, and what are the plans for the concentrate once you develop that?
So it's actually, sorry David, it's actually a magnetic concentrate, so because it's a magnetite hosted ore body, so the magnetite is magnetic, so you beneficiate by magnetic separation, so you produce a magnetic concentrate. There's I guess a standard processing route which is used currently around the world, which is called salt roast and leaching technology. So one of our peers, Largo Resources out of Toronto, their operation in Brazil, currently using that technology. That's the process that we'll be looking at in our pre-feasibility study. There are a number of other processing technologies that are being developed, and other companies in the sector are looking at other technologies, but we're looking at the standard roasting technology, which is currently, as I say, being used. Yeah,
great. And Ian, since we last spoke with you, Technology Metals Australia is up over 60% since we last spoke, and you're to be congratulated on that. It's a tremendous outcome. And
it's a very good start.
It's great for those people that came in from Mining Scout clients, and they've done very well from that. And it's lovely to speak with you again, and really appreciate your time again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great.